Today what we're going to be talking about is what is a good gut health. Now, gut health is something that I've been reading up on for the last few years. I've been trying to understand and to see if there's any connection with like my gut health and my Crohn's disease. So first, let's define what is meant by gut health. So a healthy gut isn't just necessary for good digestion. Scientists are uncovering more and more about all the ways that the bacteria in your gut may be involved in your overall health, even your mental health. So your gut microbiome, and this is something that you will hear me harp on about from time to time, is the ecosystem of around 100 trillion microorganisms living in and found inside your colon. There are around 1,000 different species of gut bacteria. The specific combo is unique to each and every one of us, and it can change over our lifespan. Experts say that maintaining a balance between more and less helpful bacteria is the key to a healthy gut and a healthy life. So what does gut bacteria do? It helps with digesting food. It absorbs minerals from our food as well. Gut bacteria can also synthesize vitamins like vitamin K, digest dietary fiber, which is important for feeding those microorganisms within your gut. And also gut bacteria can help with releasing molecules that help support organs such as the liver to regulate your blood sugar levels and appetite. So what's the connection between IBD and gut health? Well, researchers have found that people with IBD have fewer species and a lower proportion of beneficial gut bacteria. So other diseases as well have been found to have a similar trend where, you know, there's lower numbers of the good bacteria and just lower numbers of a diverse amount of bacteria living in your gut. So other diseases with lower good gut bacteria are obesity, diabetes, eczema, arthritis, certain allergies, Alzheimer's disease as well, and also certain cancers. So what are the solutions? In a nutshell, just make healthier decisions when you're looking after your diet and your sleep and your stress and just general lifestyle. But when we go into further detail, the first thing that anyone should do, and this is what I did a few years ago, is reduce the amount of ultra-processed food. So ultra-processed food is now, you know, a high proportion of most people's diet within the West. But because these foods are highly processed, synthesized within, you know, large factories, labs, there is very little micronutrients and macronutrients that we get within ultra-processed foods, from like ready meals to frozen meals to, you know, all the crap we see on the shelves of like cookies and cereals, etc. So these are not actually helping our gut microbiome improve, because it's actually like causing our gut microbiomes, all the microorganisms within our bacteria, to starve, because we aren't feeding them the correct dietary fibers and other nutrients that it needs to thrive. And because of that, we then start to reduce the level of diversity, and then that obviously impacts our health. The next step would be, once you've cut out ultra-processed food, is to increase your weekly plant intake. So this is something that I've been doing for the last couple of years now. Tim Spector talks about it a lot. Having 30 plants a week is a great starting point to help improve your gut health, to help improve the diversity of your guts and increase the number of different species of microorganisms living within your gut, which can help over time improve your health, from digestion to lower symptoms of IBD and other diseases, to also improving your mental well-being. So I say aim for 30 plants, and it sounds overwhelming. That sounds like a lot of plants, but actually when you break it down into what is a plant, that's all vegetables, all fruits, grains, nuts, seeds, beans. You can get to that 30 plant a week target very quickly. You know, by Wednesday, Thursday, you could be there if you just are a bit more organized, start meal planning, start having more stews, more curries, start having more homemade granolas where you're throwing different seeds in and dried fruit, etc. You know, it can be achieved, and I have other resources, I have other videos, I have different recipes and guides that can help you achieve that 30 plant a week target. So do contact me and drop a comment. Another thing is try fermented foods. So fermented foods obviously are like living bacteria, and that can also help improve your gut microbiome. It can help to increase the diversity, help with digestion as well. So just introducing fermented foods like kimchi or kefir, which is what I have most mornings, particularly when the sun's out and we edge closer to spring and summer. That's when I switch my kind of porridge morning start to then kefir with some fruit, maybe a bit of homemade granola, some seeds, some nuts, and you know, that with then a source of protein after, maybe eggs on sourdough bread, which is also fermented, is a good way to incorporate, you know, these teachings and having a good diet. Another important thing is limit the amount of alcohol consumption you have during the week. I cut alcohol out a few years ago, and that's been great for my overall sort of symptoms of Crohn's. The trade-off isn't worth it for me. It actively harms my health. I don't miss the hangovers. It can wipe out, you know, a day or two of my time where I could be spending it doing nice things for my well-being or being productive. So, you know, look into lowering your alcohol consumption or just completely removing alcohol from your weekly, monthly, and also daily habits. There are links to alcohol damaging your gut health, but beyond just drinking alcohol, you need to look at the domino effect it has, where you end up making them poor dietary decisions when you're drunk and also when you're hungover, and it's not worth it. So just cut alcohol out if you can. So that is everything on gut health and the connection between gut health and Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. Any questions, pop them in the comments. Again, just do your own research around gut health, because there's more and more studies coming out. I don't really see the negatives of trying any of the suggestions, because ultimately, if you're just making positive, healthier decisions, you should then be seeing positive, healthier outcomes. And that's a good thing, right? So try it, eat your 30 plants, cut out alcohol, and stay healthy.